Christmas, Flosstube friends. Welcome to my channel, my Flosstube. This is Lorraine, and my channel is called Shanebrook Cottage. Wow, it is Christmas. I am so excited. I don't know when I'm going to post this. If I can get it uploaded today, it'll go up later so you can watch it. When you have a free minute after all the hoopla, you might notice, well, first of all, let me say welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you're brand new. I hope you like what you see and you might like and subscribe to my channel. For those of you who have been here before, I kind of have a little bit of a different background going on. We did a little bit of house cleaning, or I should say, at least I did. I got rid of a lot of stuff that I just wasn't using, and it was cluttering up my crafts sewing space, my room. This room does double duty. I also use it as my home office 2 days a week. And so we got these really tall bookcases. They're about 7 feet tall, and we have one here and we have one on the other side of the room. Sewing machine is in the same place, but the desk part for the computer's over there. I'll insert some pictures. It is looking so nice and comfortable and beautiful. It was worth all the hard work and the little bit of pain it caused me to get rid of things, but I just hope somebody else enjoys all the things I wasn't using. We even found room to put in a nice oversized rocking chair in here. So like Steve can come in and visit if he wants, or when Gigi comes over, she has a place she can sit. I'd like to maybe make a small little ottoman as well to make it even cozier. So anyway, those are the changes that are going on here. So this video is, I don't think it's going to be too terribly long, but we'll see. We'll do WIPS. I have WIPS. I don't have any fully finished items. We'll talk about planning, abandoned projects, and haul. A lot of haul. The goal is for 2024, I am going to stitch from stash. Doesn't mean I'm not going to purchase anything. It just means that I'm really going to use and enjoy the things that I've collected over this last year. And I'm super excited about that. So let's just jump in, and I'll show you what I've had going on for the last month since we last spoke in November. Let me grab the basket here. So here's my current WIP basket, and I didn't even work on everything in this basket this month. But let me show you the things I did work on. So this was a new start. Christmas Means More, heart and hand. Love this pattern. Here is my start. And you know what? I should have got organized a little bit more. Let me see here. Let me throw on my glasses. I did write down what I'm using. So Christmas Means a Little Bit More is on 14 count vintage country mocha. I'm using Classic Colorworks and DMC. So let me show you the color palette. So a little bright, not really traditional Christmas, but it's looking really pretty. Very, very pretty. I was excited when I got over here to the church because it has like a pink background. So that's really nice. So I don't know which project I'm going to take with me tonight over to my sister-in-law's. We're going over to her house to celebrate Christmas Eve. Typically we stay here at our house and celebrate with our kids and grandkids. But another sister-in-law is in town from Alaska, and it's the first time she's been here for Christmas forever. So we're going to go over there, and we're doing our kids next weekend, which they were okay because they had other things they wanted to do as well, other family members. So it worked out really well. So there was that one. Then my other one is, this one was a restart. Heart and Hand Christmas Magic. Oh shoot, I'm going to pause this video real quick and I'm going to go grab a picture I wanted to show you guys. Okay, I'm back. I went and got what I wanted to show you. So first of all, here's the pattern again. You may remember this was a restart. Christmas Magic by Heart and Hand. I am stitching this, let me find it for you, on a scrap piece of pale parchment by Fabric Flair, 14 count. I'm not quite done, but very close. And I got this pattern because it's inspired by, look at this picture of the children. Getting some glare off the glass. That was my station wagon. That's Abby and Andrew when they were just like little kids. I'm not going to take the picture out, but I might have the date on the back of it. If I do, I'll pop the date here. Anyway, I had so much fun stitching this. I think I am going to turn this into a round ornament. I'm going to leave off the bottom of the pattern, but I'm going to look on the picture and see if it has a date. If it has a date, I'm going to put the date of our picture here. I'm leaving, let the magic begins. I'm leaving that part off and just putting the date. And I think I'm going to stitch this 3 times. Once for me, one for Abby, one for Andrew. I love it. Love it. Here are the colors. Not too terribly many. And such a hot mess. Such a mess. If I remember correctly, I think I might have subbed out some colors. Let's see. I just wrote DMC, so I don't know if that was all that called for or not. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. No, I called for Gentle Arts and Crescent Colors and Weeks, and I didn't have any of those, so I did DMC. So anyway, I love it. I love it so much. So let me put that down. Then the other pattern that was in this book was my Jingle Ball start, and I'm sure you've seen and heard about everyone's Jingle Ball experience. Here's my pattern. Country Cottage Needleworks, Merry Christmas, Dear. Here is my start. Oops, I got a needle. I was working on it last night. Let me put my needle in there better. This is an adorable little pattern. So this also might be a contender to work on tonight. And I'm stitching this on Fabric Flair Ada. I think it's called Swiss Dots. The colors are my own selection of, oh, here it is. I used, I just pulled, since I'm starting to get quite the collection, I just pulled some classic color works that I had on hand, and the only DMC I'm using is the white. The white is DMC, so it really pops. It's nice and bright. So I love this pattern. And speaking of the Jingle Ball, I had a good time. Like my social awkwardness definitely like reared its like ugly head. So Friday night of the ball, as you may have heard or you participated in yourself, there was some technical difficulties. I briefly got in a room and then got booted out due to technical difficulties, couldn't log back in. Was feeling a little frustrated, but I did do the shopping. And when it was all said and done, if it would have ended right there, I felt like I had a good time. I got my money's worth, you know, because it was only $10. I did sign up for a class that I did get to participate in on Saturday. I think it was on Saturday. I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday. But it got resolved. I guess the site kind of needed some love, and they got it up and running better on Saturday, and I was so happy that I logged in. And I jumped in some rooms, and when I say it was socially awkward, like I didn't know how to, like you just pop into this room, this virtual room, and you know there may be 5 or 6 people and they're already deep in conversation, and I don't know how to like insert myself into that. Or you pop in and there was a room with like 50 people, or yeah, there could have been, yeah. But there might have been only one person dominating the whole conversation. And again, I didn't know like I didn't know how to interact. So I apologize if you saw me pop in, pop out. It wasn't that I didn't want to talk to anyone. It was just I was very unsure of how to navigate the social etiquette, and I was feeling a little self-conscious. So, so I didn't participate too much. I wish I would have done speed dating. That would have probably been right up my alley. But I didn't. I didn't do it. So next year I will definitely, if they offer that as an option again next year, I will do it. It sounded like it was a really good time, and that would be a lot easier for me to meet somebody one-on-one, just for a short period of time. And then if we connected or clicked, you know, certainly I love having friends and stuff. I just don't know how to, you know, the virtual stuff. Which, you know, used to like Steve, you know, Steve's my second husband. I don't know if you realize that. And he doesn't like sometimes believe me when I say like I'm really shy inside. And I think he's seeing it more and more the more years we've been together, that sometimes I just kind of like in a group of people, I just don't know what to do. So he thinks of me as an outgoing person, but not really. Not really. I can do this. But anyway, so that was, oh, well, since we're on the Jingle Ball, let's talk about the class I took. It was awesome. I took the pin making class by Beth Twist. And look at my lovely pins I learned how to make. Oh my goodness. I think this one here, the penguin one, I think was in my kit. And maybe this one with the clear beads. So then immediately, see, this is why I didn't do speed dating, because when my class was over, so it definitely was on Saturday, I was like, boop, left Gettysburg, drove to Hanover so I could go to Joann's and buy some supplies. And these are just corsage pins. So this part here is on. And then let me slip my glasses on. So I can take a better look and explain this to you. So corsage pins in the floral department, and this, they had a variety. Mine had this on top. Then I added these little beads, and then we used some glue called, this is the glue we used. This is what she recommended. B700, and this is what the pin looks like with nothing on it. It has a little cap on the bottom. Super pretty. And then I went and got a handful of beads. Look at this one. I haven't even opened this one yet. Just I got it some Christmas type ones. And then so I made the snowman one after the class. I made this Santa one. And these are supposed to be like counting pins. I guess I could put them in a project. Whoops, that one doesn't want to sit that there. And that one's really pretty. I really enjoyed this class. I enjoyed it very much. So anyway, so let me set that aside. So if you get the opportunity, I would definitely recommend the Jingle Ball. I would give it, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Like maybe like the 1 person 10 out of 10. So yeah, probably a 10 out of 10, with the caveat that you know, I need to be brave and put myself out there. Anyway, 10 out of 10 for sure. Sign up. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, so those are those WIPS. I also have this one I briefly worked on just a little bit. I'm just not enjoying doing the back stitching. This is one, this has been a straggler for quite a few years. The Sue Hillis design. As you can tell, I eliminated the border because the border reminded me of an old Purina dog chow bag. Just me. So that one, I don't think it's going to get done this year. I'm just kind of like tucking it aside. And then let's see what else I have. In this bag, I didn't touch. That one I didn't touch. Okay, so yeah, I'll wait and show you these two. Those two are going to be for now. Then, so let me show you this. My Island of Misfit Toys Abandoned Cross-Stitch Projects. So this year, I've abandoned a few projects. I've restarted a few projects because I wasn't loving the fabric or my floss choices, or even my skill level. Like when I say skill level, like this one, this is a great pattern. This is a Doreen Jones pattern, and I did it on a fabric I love. I dyed it myself, but I was struggling with the fractional stitches and then the back stitching that was necessary. And I just kind of like, I got messed up on the first creature, the first Dracula here, and I just cut my losses. There's that car that I started a couple times. This was some glittery fabric I didn't like. This was a temperature that I didn't keep up with because I just wasn't loving it. Oh, there's my Purina Dog Chow border. This one here, Ladybug, which is here and at the bottom, I think, and then over here in the corner. That one was started like a couple times on different fabric, didn't like it. Changed the colors and the fabric, didn't like it. So now it's on something that's more similar to the Call To, and I like it. This was a Lori Holt mix and match on more of that fabric I dyed. I didn't like it because I messed up on the cat, and then I didn't like my jack-o'-lantern color choices I made. So I cut my losses. This was a December month to month by Stitching with the Housewives. Pink fabric that I dyed. I love the pink fabric, but it just wasn't working with the pattern, and I stopped. So I stopped. And this one was a pattern I really like for voting for the Suffrage Act, but it was the fabric I didn't like. And then it's all stitched on the piece that's kind of got me back into cross stitching, because I cross stitched in my teens and early 20s and then didn't until 2020. And I did this stitch along, which was an advent calendar that was very ambitious for just jumping back in, had Krynick in it, and I just gave up on it. And the fabric I didn't love. So, oh, and there's a couple other pieces of things that I abandoned and restarted. So the moral of the story is the Island of Misfit toys. I just wanted to share with you, because don't be afraid to stop. If you're not in love with something, don't waste your time. Maybe it's the color that you chose, maybe it's the fabric, maybe your skill level, whatever it is. Don't be afraid to stop and make yourself a little Misfit toy to let you know that it's okay. So there's that. So, so for next year, I am going to do, like I mentioned before, my hair today is making me crazy. I'm going to do Stitch My Stash. I'm not going to do the 12 by 12 on New Year's Eve. I'm not going to do the Whip Go. I'm not doing 24 and 24. I'm just going to kind of march to my own drum over here and just work through some of these projects. I'm really enjoying them. I'm not getting as much stitching time as I like because my arm is hurting like in here when I stitch, even a lot of things. So I think it's from holding the fabric. Maybe I grip too tight. So I've switched gears a little bit and been doing a little bit more quilting, sewing kind of projects, but I love stitching. I try to get some time in every night. I have been using, you may have remembered, I purchased the Lori Holt binder thing that's going to start this year in January, where I can keep all my WIPS for my quilting and all of that. But I used a different calendar to put in there for December, and then I added stickers, and I'm loving the whole sticker thing. I didn't know I would love it. And then my work calendar, because I have another paper calendar I use for work, I stickered that all up, and I love it. And then the house calendar that's hanging up in the kitchen has stickers. Love it, love it, love it. So what's been really cool is I've been using these two stickers for tracking. And this one is by Silent Poetry Arts. I am going to reorder some sewing machines. So I'm sticking a sewing machine on the calendar if I do anything sewing machine related, like quilting, garment sewing, whatever. And then for cross stitch, every day that I cross stitch, I put this little cross stitch girl on there. And this one is by Tiny Kate's Plans on Etsy. And she's on vacation right now, because I was going to place an order for some more. And she also has some stickers that are start and finish. I wanted to have those for the binder as well. but I'll have to wait until maybe after the new year when she opens her store back up. But I put those all on this calendar, and I think I wrote it down for you guys. It was kind of interesting to see. Did I write it down? I did not. I thought I did. There was like something like 20 some days I cross-stitched this month, and like maybe a dozen days I did some sewing. I'm sorry, I'm moving the camera too. And that was super cool to know like where I'm at and how often I get the opportunity to participate in my hobby. So that was neat. So then from there, let me just look over my notes. Let's do what I'm going to work on. Since we talked about plans, let me share with you what I'm going to work on from now through January. And then I have my pasta stash person that I drew. I got to share that. And then I have a new pasta stash item. And then we'll wrap it up so you guys can get back to whatever you want to do. Eat some cookies, hang out with your friends, love on your family. It's all the things today. So as far as what I'm going to continue working on my Christmas things through, for sure, the Epiphany until January 6th. But I really want to start this one. And this one is going to be my snow start. And we haven't had any snow yet. We had like a quick squall one day, and I didn't count it because it really wasn't anything. But that's definitely what I want to work on for winter. Lori Holt. I'm going to try it on another piece of that 14 count fabric flare Swiss dot. I'm thinking since there's so much white in this pattern, it'll pop on this brown background, and the white dots will also look like more snow. I hope it works out. And then I'm using the Called For DMC, which not all of it's on drops, but it's super pretty. I mean, you know, a lot of white. So that one I'm really excited to start. But sometimes we don't get snow here until like, you know, into January a little bit. Like usually like when there's the farm show, it usually seems to snow that week. So I'm going to start that on a snow day. And then this one here, I'm going to start working on this one because this is a very old WIP that doesn't have much left to do. This was just a kit. Pick some of these strings. Beautiful. And this outline is like a glow-in-the-dark thread. And this was just a little kit from Walmart many moons ago. Here it is. Let me see if it has a date on it. Oh, 1996 Leisure Arts. I don't know if I've had it that long, but I've probably had it a while. And then like I made my own little floss board. That's what I don't like about these kits is like you don't have a number for the floss, and you have to separate light blue, very light blue, blue, dark blue. You know, like I just rather have a number of the floss name and do that. Then this other one I have not started, but I'm going to. This is a start I'm going to do for Gigi. And so that's perfect to work on this winter. I don't think I'm going to do the birdies. I think I'm just going to do the birdhouse. And the colors are really pretty. Look at these colors. And then I'm going to use this piece of Shadow by Picture Me Plus, 14 count. So that'll be a new start. So those are a new start. And then I'll probably get something else in there too. Once I get into that second week of January, I'll switch over to all winter and put away Christmas. Then I have, let me set this down on the floor. So then let's do the winner of Pasta Stash for last month. So I had originally purchased this binder. It is super nice, or planner, not a binder. Ring bound, it has pictures, cross stitch patterns in it. It's super, super nice. Stitchy Kindness sheets, Sal sheets. Anywho, the person that I drew, or the random comment picker picked, is Quilter in the Woods 62. So if you are Quilter in the Woods 62 on YouTube, please email me at Shanebrook Cottage, ShaneBrookCottage @gmail.com, and let me know that you are indeed Quilter in the Woods 62, and I'd like to get this out to you as soon as you reach out to me. That way you can have it and use it for this year for your planning. So there's that. That was that. And then the next thing we're gonna go over, I'm gonna show you my haul, and then I have one Pass the Stash for this month that you can enter if you would like to have it. So this month I ordered a little bit of things, and I know it's been a while since I spoke to you guys, because I got my clubs. I got two months worth of clubs here. So yeah, I didn't talk to you. So here is one thing. Let me get a little sip here. My little Grandmasaurus mug. I love being a grandma. How about you guys? Anybody a grandma out there with me? Best job ever. So I ordered this fabric from, I'll look up the name and put it in the show notes or at the bottom of the screen. I got a yard of this vintage looking fabric, and I'm showing it's by Michael Miller Fabrics, and it's called Happy Birthday. And I'm going to use this to make 2 project bags out of for my birthday, for each year when I have a birthday stitch start. And I'm doing 2 because it's a whole, I think I ordered a whole yard, so I have plenty of fabric, but I'd like to have one for myself and maybe make one for a friend. So that's in the works, or will be at some point. My birthday's not until September, excuse me, so I have plenty of time. Then as far as clubs, I belong to the Floss Fix Club. So this one's November. Let me pull it out and show you the colors. And here is December. I am going to continue with this club into the new year. I am enjoying building up my collection, my supply, my stash, however you want to word it. I enjoy these flosses very much. So November was chocolate cream pie, chocolate mousse, chopped chives. Hold on, somebody's at the door. Okay, that was Gigi. She came by to visit. She hadn't seen the bookcases that we put up this week, and so she wanted to see the organization. And then I had told her that last night I had baked a cake. Well, actually I baked 2 cakes, one for our house and then one to take to my sister-in-law's. And I told her if she wanted chocolate cake that she could have some today, because last night it was too hot to frost, or too warm. So anyway, she came over, she visited, and she got her cake. So all good. So what I was showing you was my Classic Colorworks. And I think the last one I showed you was Chopped Chives, which is a really pretty one. This is green. And then the other ones for November are Cobbled Peach, Cocoa Bean, another brown, a richer brown, Colonial Copper, Colonial Rose, Cool Azul, I don't know how to say that. And then now we might be getting into the December ones. Copper Penny, Cinnamon Toast, Clay Pot, and Cloud. Cloud's a really light, pretty blue. And if you're not familiar, Fat Quarter Shop is, their club is working where they're sending them alphabetically. We're working our way through the alphabets. That's why there were so many, or they're all letter C's. So very nice. I love that. And then, oh, I got stuff in the way because I moved stuff out of the rocking chair. So Gigi had someplace to sit. Let me sit this on the floor. There we go. So then I ordered more of these because I wanted floss bitties. So this thread pack was like $4 or $5 from that quarter shop. So I get some more DMC, but what I really wanted was the floss bitties. And then these are beautiful colors. Certainly can't go wrong with more DMC. And then I decided to order some, this is my first order of Lady Dots trim. I always like looking at other people's finishes and seeing the trim on it. So I thought I would try some. This one's called Jack, so nice fall. And I guess this comes off somehow, this trim, the bottom of it. So you just have the dots. But I think I'll give that a try next fall when I get some fall rusty finishes. Put it around, make a little pillow or something. I'm going to put it back in the bag here so I don't forget what it's called. So if I need more of it, I know what color to order. Then I received my other club. So I got Floss Fixes, my one club, and then I get the Lori Holt cards. I don't have all of them. I jumped in pretty late in the game. So this one is, this one wasn't part of the club. I must have ordered this one straight out. That's, oh, I know where I got this at Joann's, set G. And then I used a 40% off coupon. So it was just, you know, $6 or whatever. And then here, this was the club set S. I love the motifs. I probably will switch the colors up a little bit. You know what would look really pretty is those colors I just got from that quarter shop of DMC, a little bit more richer colors than what it looks like it was stitched in. So I got those. And then I got a lot of patterns. So if you like patterns, here you go. Between flash sales and Jingle Ball and just things that I saw that I wanted to have to hopefully get to this year or definitely next year. So here, I love these snapshots. So there's June. Steve's birthday's in June. We love camping. We love the mountains and of course bears. So there's June. This one was kind of an impulse buy. This one is Salt and Pepper Stitching, Sweet as Bee. She's cute. This is by Flamingo Toes. This is my first pattern from her, a sewing machine. So all the things, that's very pretty. Here is another snapshot. This is May. Like kind of a bicycle and gardening and flowers, very pretty. We don't have any May birthdays, but that's very pretty. Then we have, this is a new stitcher I've never purchased from before. And if you're easily offended by curse words, cover your ears, cover your eyes. This was one with curse words. It's the Rebel Stitchers design, Happily Ever After. And there was a woman who gave not even one. She lived happily ever after. So I'm going to do this. My goal would be to make this for Abby. Definitely going to modify it because I'm not stitching all of this because that's just a lot for me. But I'm definitely going to keep the crowns, some of the flowers, and then just tighten it all up. Kind of do my own spin on it. Very, very, very much made me think of Abby. And the pattern is gorgeous, how it's printed. It's like this heavy cardstock. And then let me just give you a little peeky peek. Color, huge, beautiful. Stitch count on this is 222 by 155, and it was stitched on 40 count. So I'm going to stitch on 14 count, and I'm going to make the stitches a lot less stitching on it. So that's kind of a little different. I don't usually stitch stuff like that, but it made me think of her. Then this one is one of my most favorite patterns from Stitching with the Housewives. Gosh, that's beautiful. That'd be beautiful to start tonight, wouldn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that out. Maybe leave that out. Let me add that to my going to the sister-in-law's house. Maybe. That's beautiful. I got this pattern, January Snow Days by the Prairie Schooler. The pattern's a little blurry. There we go, that looks a little better. So anyway, this one I'll start. I don't know if I'm going to do the big motif or the little one. Again, I don't do a lot of stitching, so I might just do the small one for now. But I like that I have a couple of options. So there's that one. Now we're on to Jingle Ball patterns. So hold on to your seats. There's a lot. There was a ton of free patterns. Most, if not all, designers offered a free PDF pattern, which was super generous, very kind. And then there was patterns that you could purchase, PDFs or paper copies that they could send to you. So here is my Jingle Ball ornament. I love this. I've seen this on Instagram when it's some people have completed it. I so look forward to doing mine. It's not in the plans anytime soon, but I'm so happy I have it. It's so pretty. And then here's this one. This one is Hello from Liz Matthews. I have it folded so you can't see the pattern part, but isn't that just a pretty little pattern? Here's one by Heartstring Samplery, which is totally out of my wheelhouse, but I printed it anyway because it's a drum, and someday I would like to try making a drum. And then I love this little blurb about Rudolph. So cute. And that kind of makes me think of this, like the Island of Misfit Toys, the Island of Misfit cross stitch, abandoned cross stitch. It's like on an island all its own. And yeah, this is from Beth Twist, who did the class I took. She was a very nice person. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to sit in on her class. This is hands-on design, slay all day. There is no cover art, so I'm just gonna quickly, please don't be that person who screenshots it and tries to stitch it. So that was a pretty one. Oh, here is another free one. This is Tiny Modernist, Cup of Cocoa. Here is, just pulling these out. So I'm not sure if this one was a free one or if I paid for this. Oh, it says free. Here's that. I don't know why there's so many pages stapled here. What else is in there? Oh, there's a little story about it, I guess. And the chart's just really big how it's printing out, so it's very easy to read. And then these three here I purchased. So I purchased this one, Joy, hands-on design. I really like the finish on this one. I like how there's fabric on the bottom and just how it's just finished. I really like it. That's what sold me on it. And then this one just has some sewing themed ornaments. And then this last one I purchased really is a lot of stitching for me, but it's so beautiful. It's vintagey, it's beautiful. Oh my goodness. So maybe I could get that as a start next year if I finish up some of the things I'm working on now. It's beautiful. My goal would be these patterns that are coming in is no longer than 24 months. If I buy it, it needs to get started within the next 2 years. Otherwise, I'm just a pattern collector. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just not where I want to be. I want to enjoy, I love stitching them. They're so beautiful. So then the last two things I received was my Fabric Flare. So this one was November. It's called Pumpkin Spice. You know, this would look really good. I've never done any black work, but some of those cross stitches that are especially Halloween themed ones that are maybe all black, wouldn't that look pretty? And then I like they also give you some examples of things that might look nice on the fabric, a couple examples. And this one was December's. It's called Blue Classic Snowflakes. Very pretty. And I think perhaps I'd have to do the math to measure out, but I think that one that I just showed you would look really pretty on there. Where is it? This one. That might look good together. So that's a thought. So that is the end of my little Flosstube for December for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to, please like and subscribe if you've made it this far. That would be awesome. I would love that. And then if you were a Quilter in the Woods 62, please remember to email me. My email is was in the video earlier, and it'll be in the show notes below, so I can get that planner out to you. And then for Pass the Stash for that I'll send out next month, if you would like, is this. I purchased this for myself, and I did remove one sticker from it. Just in full disclosure, there's one sticker missing. This is the Lori Holt sticker book. It has, what did it say on here? 5,000 stickers. And there is, and they're in a variety of colors. But they're teeny tiny stickers, and I was looking for something that was a little bit bigger, so I'm not going to use it. There's numbers, there's alphabets, there's weather, doctors, dance class, camping, workouts, all kinds of stuff in here. It's a really cool idea, but the stickers are a little too tiny for me. I wanted something a little bit more chunky. So if you would be interested in having this to decorate your 2024 planner, how about B-E-E, be happy. Just use that, like, be happy in the comments, and I will enter you in a drawing for this little book, and I'll mail that out to you. All I ask is that you're 18 or older, since I'm going to have to ask you for your mailing address, and that if you're in, please be in the United States to make it a little bit more affordable for me to ship it to you, and I can get it to you fast. So thank you very much, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. I will see you sometime in January and update you on what I did get finished for December and what I started working on in January. Bye.